Well, good morning and thanks for joining us here for our 8:30 stream show. It is Tuesday, May 12th. I'm Mitch Carter.
And I'm Casey Mason, going to recap some of our top headlines from today and then get you over to meteorologist Byron Douglas with a look at your day.
That's right. Starting off here, Monday marked an emotional day here in Evansville for family and friends of longtime realtor Susan Haney. That's because the bill sparked by her death was ceremonially signed into law. Susan Haney, of course, was found dead in her home in August of 2025 with the man accused of killing her, a convicted violent offender who was released from prison just 6 months prior. House Enrolled Act 1250 was written to honor Haney and will strengthen the notification time for communities before a violent felon's release. Multiple local and state politicians and members of law enforcement all sat alongside Haney's family and friends for yesterday's signing, with her son speaking on the impact they hope this bill will make.
My family and I are proud to honor our mother's memory today. We hope this bill serves as a lasting reminder of her life, her impact, and the importance of continuing to look out for one another.
Well, the bill will not only notify law enforcement of a felon's release, but victims of an offender can also sign up to be notified as well. You can hear more from Haney's family and lawmakers who wrote the bill online right now at 14news.com.
Meanwhile, in Owensboro now, a musician who performed at the Barbecue and Barrels Festival Saturday night was arrested moments after he left the stage. 22-year-old Carson Richards is charged with sodomy and incest with a person under 18. Social media profiles for Richards show that he's actually the bassist for Chase Matthew, who headlined that festival. Now, while performing here, investigators say that they did verify that Richards was the suspect that was wanted by the Winchester police. He's currently being held on a $75,000 cash bond. Meanwhile, Chase Matthew did release a statement online saying that Richards has been removed from the band and is no longer associated with him or his team in any capacity. You can actually read his full statement over on 14news.com.
And in some continuing coverage this morning, employees at Oakland City University still have not been paid. They were due a paycheck last Friday, but were told the money still has not shown up in accounts. Employees there were told they were supposed to get their money by noon yesterday. An email sent to staff members shows the direct deposits are now set to drop sometime this morning, and this all comes as employees were warned last month of a potential mass layoff. So we'll keep you updated here on any developments over at Oakland City University.
All right, final story here. So May is National Military Appreciation Month, and as part of it, Volunteers of America, Ohio, and Indiana are putting on a donation drive. It's all in partnership with Old National Bank's Military Veteran Impact Network. They say the donation drive is for veterans in need, and all of it will go towards Volunteers of America's programs for veterans. So right now, they're just looking for things that are like new and unused hygiene products, clothes, pillows, and other items. You can actually drop off items at any Evansville's Old National Bank locations through the end of the month. You can also head to this story on 14news.com to buy items through an online wish list as well.
Absolutely. Right now here it is 8:34. Going to be very, very summer-like temperatures today. Great day on tap for your Tuesday. Stick around. Byron Douglas up next with a full look at what to expect in your 14 First Alert forecast.
That's right. Thanks, guys.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
All right, good morning. I'm meteorologist Byron Douglas. Hope everyone's having a super day. It's going to be a terrific Tuesday. We have mainly clear skies out there. And once again, it'll be tough to find any major cloud decks out there. We'll run down our temps. Evansville had dropped into the 40s. We dropped to 48 this morning. Let's check around the area. The air is very dry. In fact, the humidity levels during the afternoon will drop in that 30 to 35% range, and quite a recovery. 58 in Evansville now, 60 in Madisonville, Lewisport's at 61, Newburgh at 59. Fairfield, Illinois is at 60. Let's run down the May scorecard. We'll take this full here, and I'll say good morning to some folks. Our average high is at 75. We touched that the past few days. We've been in seasonable territory after kind of a chilly start to the month of May. And we had that 75 yesterday, and for the most part, rainfall is under 1 inch so far in the month of May, but we are going to have some opportunities a little later in the week and then over the weekend and then into next week. And here are the outlooks. So the long ball here, the temperature outlooks from the Climate Prediction Center, the 6 and 10, and even 14-day outlooks as we go towards the end of the month is going to be trending above normal, not only across our area, but large chunks of the U.S., and this is promising because got a lot of the corn and soybeans in. As we go out over the next 6 to 10 days, precipitation will be running areas here in the green above average. We average about 1.25 inches per week, and for the year we have a deficit of about 6 to 7 inches, even a greater deficit across western Kentucky. Tough to find any clouds. Most of the clouds will stream in after midnight. Let's take a look at the next 12 hours. I was out at a ball game yesterday. Boy, it was just beautiful out there. Similar story today. So about 5 degrees warmer overall with a high of 80 as we go into the afternoon. So low humidity. I don't often do this, but the humidity in the afternoon, that 30 to 35% range, is kind of what you would see as we go into the first week of fall, that third, fourth week in September, where you have those low humidity values. Not as cool tonight, down to 62, and I've cut things down to a passing shower in the pre-dawn hours. I think the rumbles of thunder would stay outside the viewing area. We'll check in with the Storm Prediction Center in a moment. So winds will be southwesterly as we go into the afternoon. And then a few clouds will stream in for tonight. That will be it. It's going to plow into a very dry air mass. And you'll see a few spotty showers trying to develop. And they keep moving the level 1 threat farther away from our viewing area. In fact, the general risk for some gusty thunderstorms is generally setting up north of Interstate 64. That's been the trend here as of late, as this weak front is going to work on through. So that level 1 threat does cover Chicago, Indy, St. Louis, but generally minus a tornado threat if you're traveling there. So Wednesday, this is underwhelming here. A few spotty showers, not even seeing any thunderstorm development. I think they would fizzle before they arrive. So we kind of removed thunderstorms from our forecast, and this takes us into the pre-dawn hours on Thursday. Friday, not all the guidance is showing rain. The European, I kind of introduced even chances for rain developing during the morning and tapering off during the afternoon. But primarily just rain, not much in the way of thunderstorms. And then Saturday and Sunday, as we go out into the weekend, it's going to kind of what you would see in mid to late June, where you have these daily chances for afternoon thunderstorms. And then a little more active as we go into next week, which I'll explain in a moment. So as we get into Friday, some chances for rain, and then these daily chances not associated with a frontal boundary, and I'll take the 7-day full so I can get out of the way. 89 on Sunday, so that's going to be well above average. Of course, we've been acquainted with these numbers in the mid to upper 80s. And we'll probably have to add some alert time, perhaps Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. We'll probably have these level 1, level 2 threats for isolated severe thunderstorms, but nothing widespread. Just these convective type storms where we can see a severe thunderstorm morning or two, but that's well off into the future. In the meantime, a decent day. Call it a Tuesday weather gem with a high of 80. And we'll be out visiting with students later today. We'll be up at Holy Redeemer. We'll have some pictures tomorrow. And of course, we'll have more in our next newscast. Arden's going to have more coming up at 11 and then again at noon. We'll talk to you soon. Suzanne, Cheyenne, Sandra, Robin, Phyllis, good morning to you. We'll talk to you all soon.